Hayden, I hope the contract signing went a bit smoother than this Zoom's gone so far. But congratulations, 4 years. What was it that convinced you to sign on?
It was a pretty easy decision for me. When the offer was there, I think since I've come to the club, obviously it's been a challenging 3 years with injury and COVID and dealing with all of that. But the support that I've felt from the club, from my teammates, from the broader Freo community and my family back home in Melbourne, has just made me feel really comfortable here in Perth. And I'm happy to say now that for the next 4 years, Perth's going to be home, which I'm really excited about. When I was coming to the decision, I just thought about the people around me that have helped me over the last 3 years get through some challenges and borders being closed. And I feel really comfortable in Perth. I'm loving my time at the footy club, and I'm really excited about spending the next 5 years with the club.
Are you able to just talk about who the people were that gave you that support? Obviously, you come to a club you knew. Who was it that sort of wrapped their arms around you?
Initially, when I moved over here, I got to live with Matty Fyfe for a couple of weeks, and he's sort of been a pretty strong mentor for me throughout the last couple of years. So he's been really important. And then in my first year, I lived with a host family, which really made the transition really easy. I'm pretty family orientated, and living with that host family, it was nice to have a family around me in Perth. And now I feel like I have the best of both worlds. I've got my family in Melbourne that I can see when I come back here, but I've got close family now in Perth who are really supporting me, and that relationship continues to this day. So I felt that my first year was a really smooth transition, and then since then it's just been the boys at the football club. I live with a few of the players, and that's made it really easy to sort of, the boys that I live with are all Perth based, so it's been good to sort of live with them and sort of immerse myself in the Freo culture a bit more. So that's probably the main group, and obviously my girlfriend moved over during the COVID years, so having her over here, and she's now settled down and working in at uni, and that transition's been really smooth. So I suppose I'm well settled, and I've got good support networks around me, so I'm really happy.
Last one from me. Was there any consideration about sounding out clubs in Melbourne, and was it something you talked to your family about as well?
No, not really. No. When I got drafted by the Dockers, I was really grateful for the opportunity they gave me, and I was pretty committed to pay back the trust they put in me. When the offer came to sign on with the Dockers, I didn't look twice, and I'm really happy with my decision.
Excellent, mate. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you. Who's up next?
I'll keep going if no one else is going to ask questions.
I'll go, Tommy. Hayden, massive challenge for you tomorrow against the D's. Is this the biggest challenge for the club so far this season? One, to rebound from a couple of poor performances, and two, you got the ladder leaders? Yeah,
it's definitely a significant challenge this week, but I think it's one that we've been looking forward to for a while. Melbourne have been playing some great football, they're the benchmark of the competition, so it's going to be great to see where we stand against them. We feel like we haven't played our best footy over the last 2 weeks, but I think from that we've got some pretty clear learnings that we can take into this game and hopefully get back to our best football. So we strongly believe that our best football is good enough to beat anyone, so hopefully we can bring that and have a good day.
They've won 17 straight. Have they got a weakness?
I think there's some opportunities in their game that we can exploit. I'm not going to give them away to you, but we've had a look during the week, and we feel like if we bring our best footy, there'll be some opportunities for us to score and hopefully defend well. So we think we can potentially win.
Scoring has been an issue, and I know conditions probably played a massive part in that in recent weeks, but their defence is the best stats-wise in the competition. How do you score against them, having not a lot of confidence coming in after the last 2 weeks?
We think we think we've played some really good football throughout the first half of the year, where we've been able to score some big scores. Obviously, the last 2 weeks we didn't play great, and the conditions probably didn't help. But we think our game plan allows us to score heavily. We've shown in the first half of the year we've been able to do that, and I think if we can get back to playing our best footy, we're going to create a lot of opportunities to score, and if we can provide some good entries for our forwards, it's going to make it easier.
Justin Longmuir said that some players had got way ahead of themselves. Was that a justified comment? Do you believe that maybe some in the team, whoever they may be, have got a bit ahead of themselves, and it's a bit of a reality check?
I don't think so. It's potentially the case, but I think we might have not played our best footy over the last few weeks, and we might have gone away from what we were doing well a little bit. But I think the last 2 weeks we've had some great learnings to take from those games, and I think now we'll get back on track and hopefully get back to our best footy. But we don't want to lose, but I think by losing, we can now realign to what we were doing well at the start of the year, and hopefully that can hold us in good stead going forward.
Thanks, mate.
G'day, Hayden. Congrats on your contract extension, mate. How important is this game, not just versus the reigning premiers, but playing your one and only game on the MCG during the home and away season? How important is it to perform on the G?
It's important to perform every week, I think, and it's going to be great to run out on the G this week. I know I personally love playing on the G. I haven't played there much, but when we do get the opportunity to do so, it's one that I cherish. So it's another game. It's just another ground, but it's important that we perform really well.
And you said you've had a great relationship with Matty Fyfe since joining the club. How great has it been having him back on the field and on the training track, and how close is he to coming back into the lineup?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's certainly given the boys a bit of a lift. He's been working really hard behind the scenes to get himself right and give him every opportunity to play out the remainder of the year. So, he's been looking really good on the track, and it certainly gives the boys a bit of a lift. So hopefully he's not too far away, and we look forward to seeing him back out there.
Have you spoken to him a lot in the last couple of days? Is he preparing for some waffle minutes this weekend?
I have spoken to him, but I haven't spoken about games or what his plan is going forward. All I know is that he's really eager. He's definitely touching the footies a lot and making sure he's ready to go. So whenever he gets back, I'm sure he'll be in tip-top shape and ready to go.
Cool. Eliza, any final ones from you?
Yeah, sorry, if I'm available and you can hear me. Is this the D's coming up your sort of biggest test of the season? I mean, you went down to Geelong, beat Geelong. Everyone was sort of hyping up the Carlton game, but where does this one sit?
Yeah, definitely. It's a big game for us. I think when you play a strong opposition at their home ground, it's always going to be difficult. So we got to make sure we bring our best footy, and we're looking forward to the challenge. They're definitely the benchmark of the competition at the moment, and we think our footy is good enough to challenge them, and hopefully if we bring our best footy, we can go a long way to getting the result we want.
And you've obviously spoken about how to sort of score against them, but, a lot of people are sort of pitting this as the battle of the defences. How do you guys think you can contain their forward line?
Our team defence is a critical part of our game plan, and it sort of drives a lot of our offence. So we know that they're a heavily contested their game plan's heavily revolved around the contest, so we're going to make sure that that's really important part of our team defence, getting it done in the air and at ground level, and sort of trying to stop their momentum through contests, wins and stuff like that. So that's probably going to be a focus for us, but hopefully through good defence we can generate some good offence.
And obviously with them being undefeated this season, do you think they're vulnerable at all? And maybe, not expecting the sort of challenge?
I don't think so. They're a pretty well-drilled team, and I think they're still pretty hungry for success, and I don't think they're going to be going into this game expecting it to be easy. I don't think anyone expects an AFL game to be easy, so we're definitely expecting them to bring the heat early, and we're expecting them to be at their best, and we're hoping to play at our best too. So hopefully it's a good contest.
And just lastly on the contract, obviously you're pretty happy back there in defence at the moment, but it's been spoken about how the club could see you moving further up the ground in sort of years to come. Are you sort of embracing of that midfield transition, and when do you think you sort of might be ready to make it?
Yeah, I'm certainly open to adjustments in my role in the future, but at the moment it's certainly not a focus for me, particularly heading into this weekend's game. I'm purely focused on being the best defender I can be at this stage, and I'm always working at different parts of my game, but my focus at the moment is in defence.